Dobro jutro ljudi, krećemo u nove avanture, pa da vidimo, najprije ćemo malo tu vidjeti šta se tu daje, da li se ima šta za uzet, šta je tu ormarić, gle ke dobra sobica čovječe, bi govorio moj nevodo i ja bi to želio. Ja sam si to želio imat. Gle, krevetić od Weaslija. Idemo.
Now, which way is the common room?
Woohoo! Whee! Sam stavio ja snimat, ko zna, daj da vidim ja. Maybe bi ćoćio da ne stavim snimat, to samo se meni mora desiti, jesam. Dobro. Mjuza luda. Možda da još stavimo možda malo sound. Music volume, ajde ćemo staviti možda manje. Sound effects isto manje. Dijalog isto manje, ajde. Izgleda da sam se nešto prehladio. Hello, hello. Dobro jutro ljudi.
Perhaps I should...
Talk.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's not a complicated spell. I should be able to do it non-verbally. Why is this not working? Ugh! Oh, hello there. Welcome to Gryffindor. I'm Cressida.
Pleasure to meet you, Cressida.
Cressida.
Splendidly theatrical arrival to the sorting ceremony last evening. Made it in by the skin of your teeth. Is it true that you're Professor Fig's protege?
I'm not sure I'd say that, but I did study with him a little before we arrived.
Yeah?
Blast! I was hoping he might have given you some advice on non-verbal casting.
Is that what you were trying to do just there?
Break is 7.
Yes. Having a spot of trouble. I've mastered the charm using its incantation, but this is proving a bit trickier.
Using this. It's said, but this is probably too tricky. I'm sure you...
Don't worry. You'll get it in the end.
Oh, I hope so. If I can get it, Professor Ronan's sure to be very impressed. I'm just going to keep at it.
I wish you luck.
Well, good luck with it. It was nice to meet you, Cressida.
You as well. Enjoy your first day.
Thank you. Idemo kod drugega. Koži čovječe. Gledam li tamo gore. Kako da ga ulovim? Dođi Simo, kamo reš, doj dole. Pa ja sam neki duh.
I don't want to get in trouble the first day. Don't fall off this time, Nelly.
Kako je? Ne mogu skočiti? Gledaj ti nju. Si šla dole. Ko padeš...
Don't fall off this time, Nelly.
Da vidimo ki je tu.
Have a sip. Go on. Sure you don't want to try it? Brewed it myself.
Evo ga Farabuto neki.
You're the new 5th year.
Yes.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Gareth Weasley. Heard about your travels here. Can't believe it. Glad you and Fig are all right. Is it true that someone from the Ministry was with you in the carriage?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
A friend of Professor Fig's.
Oh, didn't mean to pry. Nasty business, dragons. Again, very glad you're here.
Thank you, Gareth. So am I. Are you related to Professor Weasley?
I am. She's my aunt.
Ona mu je teta. That must be awkward that you can the way you want. Pa to mora biti dobro.
Must be nice having an aunt for a professor.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Aunt Matilda tends to treat me as if I'm a first year. Keeps too close an eye on me. It's all a bit suffocating, to be honest. Still, she means well. And she's an incredibly powerful witch. She'll have your back.
Nice meeting you. That's your... Aha, c'è un
Are you having butterbeer for breakfast?
Oh no. I've been perfecting a recipe I came up with over the summer. I'm almost there, based on some reactions that may need a bit more work.
Woo! Do you have a knack for... Vidimo c'è tu?
Seems you enjoy brewing. Might I assume that you've a talent for potions of all sorts?
Aha.
Well, as I see it, there's little difference, fundamentally, between brewing a modification to butterbeer and a Wiggenweld potion. Though, I'm not certain Professor Sharp would make the connection. He doesn't appreciate my, creativity as much as you might think.
Dobro.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Gareth, and thank you for the insights on your aunt.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Good luck today.
Thank you. I još moram onu tamo... Kako da dođem do nje?
Nellie'll do anything for a thrill.
Če je to jedan?
Lumos.
Dobro. Lumais.
If I get caught, I shan't offend you.
That girl thinks she can get away with
Nellie'll
anything.
do anything for a thrill.
Dojdi dole.
I don't want to get in
I
trouble
hope
the
the professor
first
catches
day.
her this time.
Kako bi išao gore?
Nellie'll do anything for a thrill.
Da malo to...
Beatrice Green from Dogweed and Deathcap is an odd
If I get a sniff
Nellie
stuck
will
in my
do anything
throat,
for
I'm going to
attention.
hex
having a
someone.
full
Si
conversation.
šla dole?
Nellie'll do anything for a thrill.
Lumos.
I hope the
If I get
professor
caught, I
catches her
shan't
this
offend
time.
you.
Ne smijem to raditi. Ne mogu skakat gore, da ne moram tu negdje ići. Tu ne mogu dio gađati.
She gets bolder every year.
I hope the professor catches her this time.
Kako da je ulovim? Si šla dole? V.
Don't fall off this time, Nellie.
I hope the professor catches her this time.
I don't want to get in trouble the first day.
Tu sam malo ćorao, moram pogledat. I shall probably introduce myself to sometime.
Don't fall
We
off this
follow
time,
the
Nellie.
Who does Nellie think she is
If I
anyway?
get caught, I shan't offend you. Don't fall off this time, Nellie.
Baš si šla dole,
Nellie
kako da
will do
dođem do nje?
anything for attention.
Nellie!
Ne vidimo, tu F.
She gets bolder every year.
Serona at the Three Broomsticks always gives such good advice.
Nellie will do anything for
Don't know how she
attention.
remembers who we all are either.
I'd like to do some window shopping in Hogsmeade this weekend. Shame you weren't born with wings, Nellie. I'm sure you use them.
I hope the professor catches her this time.
I'm going to try and visit them all this year.
Nellie!
Ne znam kako da dođem do nje.
Don't fall off this time, Nellie.
Opa.
Shame you weren't born with wings, Nellie. I'm sure you'd use them.
Who does Nellie think she is anyway?
Nellie'll do anything for a thrill. If I get caught, I shan't offend you.
my parchment into a blanket. Once I've done that,
Evo je.
Why is
Nelly,
everyone so
Nelly,
highly
Nelly.
strung? It's perfectly safe. Well, hello.
Hello.
Don't mind me. I find it helpful to change my point of view now and again. Put things in perspective. Once I made it to the top of Gryffindor Tower, from the outside, without a broom.
Goodness.
I'm Nellie, by the way. Nellie Ogspire. I've heard rumors about what happened to you on your way to Hogwarts. Is it true? About the dragon?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Our carriage was attacked by a dragon.
Crikey! I can't believe it. How thrilling. And also terrifying. Anyway, you've certainly brought some much-needed excitement to Gryffindor. And Hogwarts, for that matter.
Kako me peteh zmakinja, stara moja. Nice to meet you. Where are people saying about my travels here?
What exactly are the rumors about my journey to Hogwarts?
That you escaped a dragon attack? Isn't that enough? Most of us arrive via train or boat, not having just escaped the jaws of a dragon. Of course it's got people talking. Word travels fast at Hogwarts.
I take it you're not afraid of heights.
It's something I've always done, since I was little. My mother once found me on the roof when I was 5. Still has no idea how I got there. But with all the strange hallways and rooms in the castle, and everything lurking in and outside the grounds, you don't need to scale a tower to see something incredible here.
Super pričica, čovječe. Have you ever encountered a dragon? Da vidimo.
I'd imagine most students have never seen a dragon. Have you?
Goodness, no. And I've never heard of one attacking a carriage like that. Not enough meat in a carriage, I'd think.
Okay.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you around, either in our common room or when you scale your next tower.
You never know. Bye for now.
Goodbye.
New Gryffindor. Professor Weasley's waiting for you outside the common room.
Aha. Dobro. Aj, koji hodnici. Tako bi bilo dobro, čovječe, po kući ima. Zamislite, a?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts.
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time.
Woo!
Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
Oh. Što to bi?
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Miss Weasley.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Ajde. Idemo.
This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
Jeli?
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up! Ah, the guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio. Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Ajde vidimo. Revelio. Revelio. F. The portals, the pets, the visitors, for this. A brain, elixir, nešto kužim, nešto ne kužim, ali šta? Chapter unlocked. Idemo na drugu. Fora.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Gle, mačka. Ej, Katie. F.
No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
Šta je to? Ja, mačka. Evo me. Morao sam podragat mačkicu.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Map. Hogwarts. Fora. Ne mogu okretat. Dobre. Continue. This is your location. Znači tu nigdje ne mora poći, nego mogu i samo tu gore. Okej. Kako bi sad išao van? Use AD to... Di treba ići? Ja ne kužim sad. Šta se dešava? Op. Šta sam to sad napravio? Ja nemam pojma di sam finija. Koja luda igrica, čovječe. Dok čekajte, bacite sub, Pretplatite se na kanal, lajkajte, šerajte. Uživajte. Di sam sad završio, nemam pojma. Stonehenge. Puno temu treba da se učita.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive, our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Can you tell me about...
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Yeah?
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Aurors. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
Yeah?
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain, and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig.
Oh, Professore.
Your ears must have been burning.
Dobro.
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you. Professor.
Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Thank you, Professor
Weasley. In my
Weasley.
classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Okay. Moram spikat sa
It's good to see you,
starim
Professor.
profesorom.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I'd like to be...
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map?
Ajde, idemo što učiti magije. Revelio, muchachos, ajmo. M to open the map. You can track a little bit. Znači, to bi nekako...
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Kad ću dobiti sovu, stvarno? Kad ću sovu dobiti? Okej. Ajde, profesore, vidimo se. Da, 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 da. Daj da vidim. Magla. Gledajte, evo je ovo, čoče. Ovo je predivno. Predivna igrica. Tako. Da li... Excusez-moi. Idemo u školu. Na sat nečega. Teče ko lud. Wow. Ali sjecka mi.
Is that all you've got? Yeah.
Oppa!
Levioso! Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned. Starting with something small.
Oh. Ne. Ne, čovječ. Kako da ja to ubrzam? Kako da ja to ubrzam? Nemam pojma kako da to ubrzam. Daj. Steady your O and guide along the symbol paddle or spill. Možda ovako. Sa space moraš.
Levioso.
A? Excusez-moi.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Ooh. Kako sad?
Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent.
Levioso.
Good. Well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Ajde da počnemo.
Levioso.
Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it. You're good.
How perceptive.
Levioso.
Thank you.
Class, I hope you were paying attention. That is how you cast Levioso.
Levioso.
This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
My students were this adept.
Levioso.
I do enjoy lively duel.
Levioso.
Try to anticipate your opponent's next move.
Protego. Levioso.
How's the view?
Nije loš.
Levioso.
Use the basic cast when your opponent's cast is down. Watch your opponent's assigned to attack or defend yourself.
Levioso.
Riješio sam ga ko Buongiorno.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hagrid. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
Hvala, Nona.
All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned? Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon.
Too.
Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested.
Aha.
Till next time.
Opa! C'è stato da per avere.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Idemo dalje.
Accidentally levitated.
Daj, si prontuka. Ne blokivat, ne! Puknut. Uf. Ovo je na vrhu tornju. Zahtjevna je grafički ta igrica, čovječe. Novo je. Može ima ni slabu grafičku, ja. 1080 baš vidim da malo
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So
I'm
you
Brecky.
are the new student.
Yeah, I'm Brecky 7.
Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
No. Evo ga.
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone?
Tek smo došli, di ćemo zadnji znati?
I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom.
Dobro.
Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Ovo je Ho Chi Minh.
Accio.
Yes.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner.
Ma ja
I
sam
see a
teško
lot of
štreber.
potential, but remember,
U igrici, a
potential
u
is
stvarnom
nothing without
životu
practice.
pa i nisam.
Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air.
Ma napokon.
After me.
Idemo van. Čekamo da se učita. Tako. Evo nas napokon.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest students start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of it like gobstones, if you... That's it! Happens to the best of us.
Aha!
Accio! Excellent! Don't lose your composure! Splendid! Stay focused.
Čas sam treba.
Very good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Here we go!
Aha!
Yes!
ali ne znam kako zaustaviti.
Not exactly your typical lesson, is it? Not that I mind.
Accio.
Not to worry.
Ne znam kako ovo se zaustavi. Gle kako je ova čovječe to zaprla. Daj da vidim.
Do not think I will start going easy on you now.
Accio.
Ne znam zaustaviti.
Ah, you almost had it. Watch this. There we go. I'm not everyone but try not to be nervous. You are doing quite well.
Happens to the best of us.
Zeznija sam. Nemam pojma šta je to bilo.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Be sharp.
Kako ona to zaustavi, čovječe?
Yes!
Court rules.
Not exactly a typical lesson, is it? Not that I mind.
Nešto sam. Ma ne znam kako dozad. Stay focused. Rasturila me ženska.
That is how it's done. Trying. Let us see this.
Ovo će me raskalat. Gledaj. Use, ako da sebe zagledali, choose your... Can be ready.
Do not think I will start going easy on you now.
Nemam pojma.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Ha, pogotovo ja. Nije mi išlo, ljudi moji. Ne znam, nisam znači treba pritisnuti. Za zaustaviti balotu.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
Thank you, but I've been holding my own.
I appreciate your confidence. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Ouagadougou much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronen wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans.
A word, if you would.
If you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did.
You know it won't work.
I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
This I didn't.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Yes.
Hello. You wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
Thank you, but it really wasn't all that challenging.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be a bit overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I find Professor Ronen's lessons a bit more challenging than you do.
Okay. Tu sve škripi. Da vidimo šta je tu. Ne blokivati. Šta je tu? Dole.
Lumos. Levioso.
Nisi, mačkica. Aj, nisi. Aj, čovječe, ej. Che fora, mačka. Čaj. A? Jaj, ujuži, malina, malina. Kako je lipa. Mora nići.
What are you up to now?
Čo je to? Ništa.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
I'm not sure I have time for extra assignments, Professor.
You shall find the time. You'd be astonished to know just how much you don't know. In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Dobro. Homo. Otvori Mario vrata. Ali čo je to tu?
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Sve ćemo to shvatit, vjerojatno, uz igru. Čaj, neka nova mačka. Ej, mačkica!
good thing Kagawa was there to catch
To je
him.
Černa.
She's very good at arresting momentum.
Sivko.
Wonder what Kagawa thinks of Quidditch being cancelled.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Repero. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As a number of your professors have agreed to do so, I have arranged some for...
Why must I first complete tasks to learn Reparo?
No lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience, and these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any new bit of magic.
Dobra.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor. This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is.
Ali šta to mora raditi? Malo sam zgubljen.
Lumos.
Levioso!
Accio. Protego.
Levioso!
Accio.
Čekaj.
Accio.
Leviosa.
Levioso!
To se vjerojatno treba popraviti. Ali kako? Leviosa.
Levioso! Levioso!
Leviosa.
Levioso!
Profesor, aha. Dobro, ne to. Moram ići kod...
Protego.
Protego.
Levioso! Levioso!
Protego.
Levioso!
Revelio. Accio. Levioso. Accio.
Ne kapiram. Bi rekli buzećani, ne kapiram.
Revelio. Levioso. Accio. Lumos. Accio. Protego.
Retta.
Revelio.
Pa to imam.
Levioso.
Ništa, morat ćemo se tu zaustaviti, ljudi moji, moram ja to nekako skužit. To ću probat skužit, pa onda ću se vratit neki drugi dan. Jednostavno ne kužim. Leviosa, to bi ja treba sad složit. A kako? Nemam pojma. Evo, pritisnem 2, to je Leviosa. I sad mi to nekako treba dignut. A kako dignut? Sve pritisnem. Ne znam. Probat ću to shvatit nekako, pa ćemo ovo sutra nastaviti. Bilo mi je drago što ste me gledali. Bacite sub, preplatite se, like, šerajte, nemam pojma, volite se, ljubite se i uživajte u životu. Ćao, čao, dragi moji. Volim vas preki.